Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today you are learning how to connect Python and MySQL. So we have a library Pymysql which is used to connect the backend database of MySQL. So if you're a developer, so you need to connect your front-end application to the backend. So this library helps you in connecting the database. So how to install the library? So this is the command pip install pymysql. So you can use pip to install it, and once the library is installed, you can import it. So in my case, I'm already having it. I have already installed, so no need to install. Then once the library is installed, you need to import, uh, and then you can start using it. So first of all, we need to establish a connection to the MySQL server. So these are the parameters required. So you need to specify what is the host, right? Means machine. Then who is the user, then what is the password, and there can be set of databases. So you need to specify which database is under use, and then what is the port number. So for MySQL, the default port number is 3306. So here I'm importing it. So importing PyMySQL, and then this is user defined variable db is equals to pymysql dot connect, and you need to specify the parameters like what is your machine. So my machine is localhost and username is root, and you need to specify the password, for example admin123 here, and then what is the database you want to uh, use. So that is mdb, for example. And then you need to establish a, after establishing a connection, you need to create an object to the cursor class. So cursor is just like pointing, it's just like a pointer, so it will point you the records in the database or in the table. So cursor is equals to db.cursor. Then you need to use the method execute. So cursor dot execute, then you can specify your SQL query. For example, I'm just checking the version of MySQL. So this is my query, and then fetch one. So it means it will fetch one record. Data is equals to cursor dot fetch one, and then using print statement I am printing the database version. So the format specifier is %s means string. So when I run this, so what it is doing is its database doesn't exist, so we need to create, right? So let me just first create a database. Let's say create database mdb, then run this. Now database is created, then we can run the cell again. So this time we got the output. That means your database must be first created, then only you can start using it. Even you can create a new database of by running the code over here to create. That means you need to specify the SQL query within the execute command. So this is my database version 8.0.29. Then how to create a database table. So database is set of tables. So in this database I'm going to create a table. So that's why no need to establish the connections multiple times. So cursor dot execute, this is my another query. So drop table if exists. If the employee table already exists, then drop it, right? So if it doesn't exist, then this command is going to give us this successful execution. So this is my query. SQL is equals to create table emp. Then you need to have the basics of MySQL in creating table. So create table employee, and this is my column first name, and the data type is char of 20, and it should not be null. And then last name, age, integer type, and gender char of 1, and then also specifying the income, which is float type. So we are using triple quotes here because our lines are multiple here. And then cursor dot execute, so we are giving the parameter, that is SQL. So it will run this query, then the table is created. So successfully created. If you want, you can also specify, you can also write the commands here. Create database is already create, So you can write the command show databases in MySQL workbench. Then it is going to show you the list of databases. So MDB is already there, right? MDB is there. Now let us use this. So use MDB. So we want to use this database. Then run this. Okay, then within this I want to show the tables. Show tables. So we want to verify the table has been created or not. Yes, created. So we have a table EMP. So which we have written the statements in no Python. Now let me describe this table. Describe the table name, which is EMP. Then it will describe the table. Let's check the schema. So the schema is this. There's a column field first name care of 20, and then last name, age, sex, income. So these are the these are the fields in the table. So the command was executed successfully from the front end and the table has been created. Next, how to insert data into the table. So again, creating object to the cursor. This is also not required multiple times, but if you want to just get the refresh or get the current operation to be successful, so just create an object of cursor. So creating object of cursor, and then this is my query, insert into the table name EMP, and we are specifying the field names as well, and then these are the values. For example, Ram, Mohan. So first name, last name, and then age, then gender we have mentioned, and then income. And we are putting this statement, execute statement, within the try and except block. So that means if there are any exceptions generated, so they are raised, right? So cursor.execute SQL, and also commit means saving the operation. Except if there are any problems, then the operation is roll backed. So this is successful, right? So that has been done. And then again we are writing one more insert statement. Insert into the employee, then these are the fields, right? And then if this operation is successful, then it will save the data, otherwise it is going to no roll back the operation, and then this is printed. There is an error. So what we're doing is totally the fields are 1 2 3 4 5, but how many inputs are given here? Only 4. So this operation should not be successful, so that's why we got the output. There is an error, right? So the operation has not been done successfully, so exception has been raised. That means the number of fields must be matched. Then how to read the data? So we just have a single record into the table, then we can read. So select star from employee, where we're writing also the condition income is greater than this value, and writing the execute statement within the try block. And then you can fetch as many records as you want by using this function fetch all, and we are using loop and displaying the fields in this manner. So for row in results, then first name is the first field, then last name, age, gender, income. So these values are retrieved, and we are formatting using print statement, and then it will display the data, or else it's going to display the message error, unable to fetch the data. So the operation is successful and we got the record values, right? We just have a single record, then we got the output like first name, last name, age, then gender, and then income. So this is reading the data from the table. Then how to perform update operation? So here I'm using the update statement. So update implies set age is equals to age plus 1. That means age value is incremented by 1, where gender is male. So we already have, so this is going to be successfully. Then we can see the age value to be incremented. Then executing the statement, committing, then operation is rolled back if there is an error, right? So you can also manually check in here. So let me write the statement, select star from table, that is emp. So it should display single record, and let's check the value of a's. So a's value has been incremented by 1. Earlier it was 20 only, now it incremented by 1. That means the operation was successful. And then what we're doing is delete operation. How to perform delete? So the delete operation is this: the delete from table where the age is greater than 20. So we already have the age value 21. So this operation is true, then the command is executed, we are committing, and then roll back if there is error. So it has been deleted. Even you can check in MySQL workbench here, select star from employee, then we don't have record. That means the record has been deleted successfully. So that is delete operation. So this Pymysql also supports these 4 properties like atomicity. That means either transaction should be completed or not completely. Consistency means you must leave the system in a consistent state. And then isolation means the results of the transactions are not visible outside the current transactions. And durability, it means once transaction was committed, the effects or percentage means they should be saved, right, even after system fails. So every database management system has to maintain this property: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. In other terms, we can say acid operation, ACID, acid operations. Here also there's no, we are performing this, but there is no record, right? So it should, so the operation has been failed, right? Operation has been failed. So once you perform the, once you make the system, once you make some changes, then you need to commit means saving. The database is saved. Rollback we have already used, so you can put the rollback function within the except block, then it's done. And then disconnecting, so db.close, so you must close your database connection so that the resources of the systems are released. So like this, you can write SQL query, SQL commands within the execute statements by following the rules and regulations of SQL, structured query language. And you can connect your front end to get interacted with the backend databases. So that's it from me. So if you have any queries, you can also raise your queries. You can put your comments in comment box, and feel free to research for any queries or any suggestions, and do subscribe for more relevant videos so that you'll be getting as soon as the video is released. So thanks for watching.